Welcome everybody, Scott with Decoy Pro, and today I want to talk to you about the times of day to go goose hunting. So one thing that I did not have much of an idea on when I first started goose hunting was when are the best times to goose hunt. And really, the answer is you can pretty much have goose hunting success all day long. It's just, sometimes I've found a little bit better and more productive than others. So, I'm going to categorize it into three different ways. One is morning, 2 is afternoon, and 3 is evening. And basically the three different times. So for morning, in my opinion, is probably going to be one of the best times because, as geese get up and they're typically, first thing they're going to want to head out to the fields and to start hunting or to start eating. And so that can be a great time because the geese are going to be hungry and they're going to either head out to the fields or, different areas where there is food for them and start feeding. And so that's a great time to be set up in the fields. And to me, I just personally love the time because it's something great about just, setting up your decoys out in the dark, getting all set up and just being a part of the morning. I mean, I just love that part of goose hunting. And so to me, my favorite time is the morning. Then you kind of look at moving into the afternoon. So, well, to back up into the morning, I would consider morning, that half an hour before sunrise, which is typically legal shooting time, until maybe around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And that's kind of your morning feeding time for the geese. And then what happens is you transition into the morning, and what happens is then a lot of times the geese have fed and they're heading back into their roosts for, or out to the ponds or lakes to rest for the afternoon. So that's a good time to possibly be hunting ponds or lakes as they come back out. But I do a lot of my hunting from fields, and so you might get, as it starts to become that afternoon from, let's say, 11 a.m. to maybe, 2 or 3 p.m., they can be coming back from the fields and stuff, and that can be an opportunity to shoot them. I would say I've seen maybe a little bit less success during that mid-afternoon time, but if you have all day and you don't have anything else going on, you certainly can have success then. And the other thing is a lot of times other hunters do go in or go home during those times, and so you might find that if you sit through the entire afternoon, you can get some areas where other hunters have kicked up geese and they've scared them your direction, so that might be a great opportunity for you to shoot some extra geese. And then finally, as you move into the evening time, that would be from, let's say, 3 or 4 p.m. until half an hour past sunset, which is kind of the legal shooting time depending on the area you're in. So you do need to check your local regulations. For example, in Minnesota here, the early season you can hunt until about a half an hour past sunset. But as the season goes on, then the hunting starts or stops at 4 p.m. So make sure that you check your legal hunting times. But if you can hunt into the late afternoon, early evening like this, I've definitely had a lot of success there too, because then what happens is geese will then come again off their roost out in the lakes or ponds or whatever, and they're going to usually head back out to the fields and have that final feeding of the evening. And so if they head back out, that's a great time to be set up in those fields. And then same thing is they're out there, and as it starts to sunset or get closer to sunset, they'll come, they're going to come from the fields that they were in and head back to their roosts. And so if you happen to be in a field that's nearby that they're passing over, again, that can be a great time. So all in all, I would say you can have goose hunting success all day long. It just really depends on the area you're in, and if you have all day to spend out there or not, and what the legal hunting times in your area are. So hopefully this information was helpful as you get going with goose hunting, and I'll talk to you in the next video.